let's. All right. So hopefully that we all have a. Let me just exit from here first to show you guys what we have in the code. So this is what I have: Kubernetes dash Terra. So this is our security group, as I mentioned earlier on. We have all the ports open for the purpose of this training only. Then we have our master's VM, okay? And this is going to create Ubuntu 18.04, okay? Everything, all the VM is going to create Ubuntu 0.8. For the purpose of this, that is what we're going to use. So that is that. Then the next one I want to share is the Rumble. So we have the Rumble. You can basically follow this Rumble, okay, on your own and walk it through, and you see everything. I try as much as possible to clean it up a little bit so that it will be at least user-friendly. So this is the first run book. The second run book, after you completed, you can just test it to make sure that your pod is working correctly. You're able to create your Nginx, your image with your Dockers and all that. So then another file that is really very important is our variable. You have the variable file, but this you don't have. I'm going to share with you, and that's the Terraform.tfvars. If you want to take a snap pictures of, you can take. It's just basically four stuff, so that your credential will not be pushed to GitHub. So this is what is holding my credentials, all the important things. You see my key name is there. Okay. If you have any other secret stuff, you can put it here. But once you have this git ignore, okay, you can see it changed the color. So these three files are not being pushed to GitHub. So every other things are being pushed to GitHub. So, and this one is just your state backup, your Terraform state file. So once you press or you click on your Terraform, or you type your Terraform initialize and apply, you should be able to get these two files automatically within, and you're going to get this when you initialize. That's your Terraform lookup. When you validate, you're going to get your backup, and when you apply, you're going to get your backup and your state file. So that is how Terraform is being configured. So that is basically everything. Our VPC, this will create our public subnet that is going to be hosting the master VM. And this is the VPC we're going to be using. This is just the configuration. I try as much as possible to parameterize some few items here, like the VPC CIDR block, CIDR, and also your subnet CIDR. So you can parameterize virtually almost everything here. But I just want to make this, user-friendly, so that we can look at it and understand how to create this Terraform on our own. So that being said, this file, let me see. I am going to share it. I'm going to share it by the time I finish. In fact, let me share it right now, because we might have someone who may want to follow up with the project as well as we're doing it. I'm just going to go in right here. What is it? Right here. So let me come here and go to my repository here, and my Kubernetes dash Terra right here. Then that would be this file. So I'm just going to share this right now. And you can change those parameters. Once you change those parameters, I think you'll be fine. Let me share it now, right here in my computer. And I need to go to my PC here, my documents, infrastructure as a code, my scripts, then repository. Then in my repository, I have my Terraform, Kubernetes dash Terra right here. So right here, Terraform. Okay, so everybody should have that now. Then you can download it and put it. Please put that file within the same folder you have your Kubernetes dash Terra. Just put it right there so that it's going to align with the rest of the file. Once they align, then and you make your changes within that file. The changes you need to do, you don't have to change anything here. It's just go and change your key pair, and make sure that you are using the same perhaps the same region. So I'm using here, I think I'm using Ohio. US is 2. So just make sure you're using that. So you see that within. I didn't parameterize that. Just make sure that you change or you create a new key pair in Ohio. Then you can leave this one as it is. So the only thing you're going to change is this one on that port. And once you change that, the next thing you can do is, you don't have to, I don't know how just go to your VS Code. Here you can right click your Kubernetes data, and you see open in integrated terminal. And this will take you here. So once you have all those things within your local machine, So what you do, me, I can as well, because I've run this before, I can just do Terraform apply. But for the purpose of this training, so for those who are just downloading it, just do Terraform initialize first. Terraform init. Okay. So we do Terraform init to initialize. Then to check that there's nothing wrong with your code, we're going to validate. Okay. So once that's worked successfully, it's checking the code to make sure there's no error. I've not changed anything while I was clicking any of those things. Once everything is good, I think it's going to give me success. You can see that the configuration is valid. So if you like, you can do Terraform plan to check everything that this is going to provision. You can do Terraform plan to see everything that this will provision. Okay. Or you can just omit that and just do Terraform apply straight. So depending on your comfortability. So Terraform plan, let's see, it's still working on that. Hopefully it's going to give us all the things we need. So you can see this, we plan to provision 10 resources. Okay, you can look at individual. This is VPC, and this is subnet, security group. Then this will create the route, and this will create another public route. One is attaching and one is creating. This will create internet gateway. So that's how you know everything that you want to provision. Okay, so that being said, you can just do your Terraform apply. I just want to go straight and do my Terraform apply auto approved. Okay, so and this will create the three environment, the three server, the master and the two worker nodes. Then once this is created, then we can now log in. So we're just going to log in. Okay, so it plans to create 10 resources, and is running it right now. All right. So I don't want this video to be too long. So while it's creating, I'm just going to pause it. No, not that one. Sorry. Come on. I'm just going to pause the recording. So you can see all the resources has been fully created. Let's check. You can check by just typing Terraform states and to list all the resources that was created for you. So we see this is it. Our master VM, our worker 1, our worker 2, the internet gateway. These are all the underlying infrastructure that we're going to use today. So this being the way it is, now let's go into our management and log into this. We can log in without even going into the management console. So we have a script for that, but we're not going to do that just to save time. Everybody knows how to log in into server. So let me just clear this. Okay. So now let's go to our management console and see the provision EC2s. This is what we're trying to do. Okay. Let's see. Everything is provisioned. So we have right here, we have 3 servers. Let's go. That's it. So we have our master, worker 1, and worker 2. So they are still initializing. So we can't log in yet. Let's wait until it is, yes, it's ready. So all the 3 machines are ready for login. So let's start by logging into the first one, the master node. So what I like to do is I like to split my screen. Let's go ahead and split that. So I'm going to split this screen, create git bash right here. I'm going to do the next one because we're going to configure the 3 nodes, the 3 server. So let's do that. And the third one, which is worker 2. So this is what we're going to use to configure it. This one, we probably don't need this. In fact, so that we can get more room. I'll leave it that way. This one is fine. So we know none of them have the server yet. So we're going to use the first one for the master. We're going to use the second for worker 1 and the third one for worker 2. So logging into this, we can do the CD, then navigate to where our key pair is. Navigate to, my key pair is in my credential. So I created a credential file in my download, and that's why I kept all my key pair that I'm using. So I'm going to navigate to my download. Then within my download, I have my credential folder, and my key pair is right here in this credential folder. And I'm going to do the same thing for the other server right here. All right. So now let's go and copy our. Let's first connect and copy the SSH to be able to log in into the master node. So here we copy this. Pretty easy. We come here. We paste it there. No, you didn't copy. Sorry, you didn't copy that. Let me go back. Copy. Come back here. Paste. Enter. Yes. All right, we're in the first one. Clear. We've logged into the first one, but I know this is the one I want to use for my master, but I'm going to be running this at the same time. So I need to change this IP to the name. So to change it to the name, I'll just do sudo host name. Okay. Then I'll call it, this is my master -VM virtual machine. Enter. Exit. Log back in. All right. Yeah, you see, that's it. My master VM. I know this is my master VM, and I'm going to do the same for this worker 1 and worker 2. Let's log in into the worker 1 now. Let's log into worker 1. Worker 1. Connect. Copy. On here. Paste. Enter. Yes. We're in. Sudo host name worker 1 -1. Exit. Log back in. That's it. We're in worker 1. Now let's go to worker 2 and log in there. Worker 2. Connect. And we're going to copy this. And we come here and we paste it. Enter. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Change the name. Sudo host name. This is worker 2 -2. Enter. Exit. Log back in. And that is how we log into all our server.